Dear Anthony, back again with some more advice. This time I want to talk to you about money. Money in the music business. There's a lot of layers to that. Now, first layer is this. You can spend a lot of stupid money chasing after that golden ring. It's one of the reasons you'll see a lot of rich kids, rich people in the music business. And there's a saying, if you want to make $1 million in the music business, you got to spend $2 because it's that silly. And it's kind of sort of true, really, actually, because there's a lot of hands that will be approaching you to tell you they can do things. There's radio promotion, there's public relations, there's record pushers, record promoters, get you on the charts, get them in the right hands, get them to the right radio stations. There's managers, which is a bigger subject, and we'll broach that some other time. But those are just some of the facets. Nowadays, you'll have places offering you services such like getting you plays on Spotify. I guess that matters if you want to look good, because Spotify is paying so little that I'm not sure, unless you get millions and millions of spins, that you're getting your money's worth for that. But that's another aspect that's occurring today that we didn't have to deal with in the past. It's something to consider. There's also social media promotions. I've done some of those. They can be helpful for attention and impressions. I don't know if you can gauge those. Like in the old days, we would say, okay, if you're spending a certain amount of money on a publicist, how many sales are you getting out of that? Now with the social media promotions, you're more interested. I mean, you might get some click-throughs. And once you get hot, certainly you're going to get those click-throughs that might, actuate in sales and, or traffic to your website or whatever it is you're trying to attract. But it's more about impressions, and they can work. You got to be careful. I think, I have some retail friends of mine in the music instrument retail business who say that Facebook is very effective for them. Okay? I think you just got to be very, very wise and very careful and very diligent about where you spend your money, because it can go fast and your career can end fast, because then there's no more money. What's way more valuable than money is effort. And effort, thanks to the internet, your own personal effort, can take you a lot further now than it could in my day. I would have to get into a car or on the phone or the phone and the car, or play gigs in a town and visit people like influencers, writers, radio promotion people. I mean, back in my day, we did, those, hi, this is Ed Pedersen and you're listening to blah, blah, blah. And, hit it, Joe. That's nothing today, So just suss that out. Have a plan. Stick to a budget. Don't spend too much money on that stuff. Now, where else does money matter? This is the most important part. Where money really matters is what you do with it once you have it. And it doesn't have to be a lot. What I mean by that is every frickin' dime that you make off of your music that you don't reinvest in your music wisely, invest that money. Invest that money in things that are gold solid no-brainers. What are those things? Well, what does everybody need, right? Everybody needs security. Everybody needs food. Shipping is a great industry to invest in, especially the more that our society evolves. Definitely look into those facets at the stock market. Pharmaceuticals, look at the pandemic. Pharmaceuticals are big. And speaking of the stock market, think about wisely, little by little, investing in the stock market. The stock market will get you more returns over a longer period of time, a steady rate of return, a decent rate than you can pretty much get anywhere else. So use your gagoots, as grandma would say, and learn. I know it's not music. It's like, what am I doing? I got to learn the stock market now? Yes, you got to learn the stock market. The only way I made it through this pandemic, I shorted the stock market before it crashed. Just a lucky guess, right? Boom, okay? Things like that. The other thing you should invest in, and I know this is a long-term thing, saving your money, putting it aside little by little. What's the other thing that they're not making more of, as Mark Twain once eloquently put, that everybody needs? Land, okay? Grandpa bought a little piece of land for nothing. Bought a bunch, and then he bought more land, and then he bought another plot of land, and you know what those plots of land are worth today? A ton of money. And that doesn't matter where it is. It doesn't have to be New York. It doesn't have to be, any other major metropolis. Land is going fast, and it's valuable. So put your pennies aside, have a plan for that too, a long-term money plan, because music will just suck it out of you if you let it. The point is to do this, to have fun and to have a future, so you can have fun for a long time and bring your music to people and make them happy and make yourself happy. So learn the stock market, learn about investing, and carefully think. One of the best things to do about land is find areas that are not developed, that are undervalued, but they're on the edge of an area that's been growing and growing and growing for a long time. It's going to have to expand to there eventually. Get in cheap. It might not happen after 5 years, might not happen after 10, but it will happen after 20, which means when you're in your 40s, 50s, and 60s, you got some money. Kabid? All right. That's my lesson for the day. Think about the future. Think about your money. Get smart about it now. See you next time.